Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Mountain Blade Warband, where we are sitting around a crackling fire while our horrible wounds heal. After that close encounter with the sea raiders. Joining me are Delshavi and Lezelit. Now, these two are actually what are called companions, or heroes. Depending on what you want to call them, doesn't really matter. And they are basically hero characters like myself. They level up. They have their own equipment slots. I mean, I'm sure some people were wondering why I'm getting all this gear here together, and these are basically the reasons. You can run into these people in this way. Now, there's each of them have certain properties. And one property in particular that I look for is, are they nobles? This actually matters for later in the game. It doesn't really matter so much right now, but the only non-noble guy you will see me recruit in the end will be Marnid, I think. Maybe Artemeter, if I really need a siege engineer or something. But, you know, like I said, nobility is big because if they're nobles, I can give them titles without them being pissed off. Which means rather than joining my party later, this will be later, I mean, of course. But rather than having them, they can leave my party and go manage fiefs for me and raise their own armies. So nobility to me is actually a very important thing. Lezelit is a noble. Yes, what does it you wish? To pass the time of day with a fellow traveler, if you permit. Very well, I do not mind. My name is Lezelit. Just saying. Apparently, you don't know how to say your own name, or spell it. Or maybe that's the pronunciation, that's just the spelling there. I mean, this is supposed to be the guy's speech, right? I am the second son of the Count of Joria, of whom you have no doubt heard. Having no inheritance of my own, I came here to seek my fortune in Calradia. Yeah, it's gotta be Calradia. Training men in the art of battle. Unfortunately, the lord here in Wurcheg has no taste for disciplinary methods needed to turn rabble into soldiers. I told him it was wiser to flog them now than bury them later, but he would not listen, and I was told to take my services elsewhere. So if you know any commander who believes that his purpose is to win battles rather than pamper his soldiers, I would be pleased if you direct me to him. I might be able to use you in my company. I would be pleased to ride with you, at least for a little while, for pay and share of any loot. I am a skilled swordsman. I can also instruct your men in fighting, but I warn you that I do not care to fight for a leader who is lax in discipline with his men, for in the long run they will not respect a soft hand. Good, I'll be happy to hire someone like you. And one last thing, I'd ask for initial bounty 400 dinars before I join your command. It is my principle to never enter someone's service without receiving the payment I deserve. Very well. Basically, I've just paid 400 dinar to have him join my party. I could do the same to Deshavi, but I'm not going to. She's not a noble, and overall her stats are pretty shit. So let's go out here. No, not inventory. Not character. Party. There we go. I'm still remembering how to play this game. Let's have a chat with Lezelit. Lezelit, let me see your equipment. He doesn't really have that much in the way of things, so some standard equipment will really help him out. We could probably also head to the arms merchant and get him a sword or something. Maybe a horse. Yeah, if we want to be nice. Wow. Yeah, you know what? We don't need much. Kurgan Warhorse. Man, I need to get my riding up so bad. Yeah, alright. We can spend 400 on him. And armor. Can we get some decent boots maybe too? Okay, not going to spend 4 grand on them, but... Yeah, alright. I'll spoil him. Alright, so, arms. He also needs a shield. Anyone in my... no, there's no good shields here. A lot of them are called heraldic shields, and they have, like, set designs on them. I don't really enjoy them. I prefer if people are going to be in my company that they wear my banner. You select a banner if you start out as a nobleman, or when you become a... what do you call it? When you become a nobleman by swearing fealty, or taking your own land. Basically, once you hold land, you can start with a banner if you select my father was a nobleman in the character creation. But yeah, the problem is there isn't really any good. Yeah, you know Like, I want to give him like a heraldic shield. They're much stronger. There's no resistance to them. You know what? Yeah, right. We'll just get him a cavalry shield. He'll be fine. So we go back to Leslit and talk to him. Let's, finish equipping him. Give him a horse. Some greaves. He doesn't look too bad. And a shield. There we go. He's now moderately well kitted out. And as I said, tell me about your skills. He is actually, he is a hero like me and actually has a character sheet and all that. And he can level up through combat. There's only one of him and all that, so yeah, that's pretty good, I'd say. Yeah, there's sea raiders chasing down those village farmers. We should save them. Ooh, he's running from somebody. Oh, uh-oh. I'm not afraid of you. I will fight. Alright, so now we have sea raiders in the party. Alright, so what I just did was I gave Leslit an order. Since, although the order was directed at everyone, Leslit is everyone in this case. And that was to hold that position for the moment. I want to know which way they're attacking from. We're in very mountainous terrain right now. Not very good for horses. It may be better to dismount. Mountainous terrain you can navigate okay as a player, but the AI has a lot more trouble with it. Where are the enemy? Huh? Huh? Where the hell am I being shot at from? There they are. Alright, well, now we know where the enemy is. Lovely. Yeah, they're gonna be firing a lot of shots at me. I should probably get into cover. Leslit, hold this position. I should probably also equip him with some form of ranged weapon. Ooh. Actually, you know what? Charge. Oh god, he's got spears. He's got spears. Spears. Hug the spear. Aha, blocked your spear. You're too close for that spear to be effective. Yeah, like I said, this is bad terrain for horses. And really there isn't much advantage of horses providing me in this case. Okay. Okay, that takes care of the spearmen. Yeah, not really good for being a horseman right now. I have no idea where Leslit is, if he's even dead. He could be alive, he could be dead for all I know. Well, he's not dead, just unconscious. Hero characters don't die. They just get knocked unconscious. So you don't really die in this game when you die. You just kind of get knocked unconscious. If it's you, then you'll probably get captured. Because you're... Man, yeah. The horse is not helping. Yeah, it's a little easier to... You're routing, so you're not really a threat. Now he's routing too, okay. Spear through the back of the head. Alright, yeah, Leslit's horse is there, so I'm going to assume he's unconscious in the battlefield somewhere. And probably missed it in the combat log in the bottom left. I'm sure somebody noticed it. Ow. My horse received falling damage. Yeah, there's falling damage too in the game. He's as good as gone. I don't think I can catch him. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, he routed. Yeah, Leslit got wounded. That's okay though. We can get another kettle hat. I think for a time being that will be a decent setup there. Decent uniform. Byron-y something. I have no idea. Yeah. We're traveling. Oh wow, really? Hey, wait a minute. So time kept passing after that. Lovely. Okay, so I'm now critically wounded, and Lezelit is so wounded he's not even going to join me on the battle. This is not good. Luckily, the terrain is a little more flat. It's still a little bit hilly, but we can work with it. Like, this isn't, you know, something where cavalry are completely useless like in mountains. But... Oh god. Ooh. Yeah. Basically, now I'm just trying to use, you know, a lot of people are probably familiar with CK2 here. I could put myself, I could say which CK2 tactics I'm using. In this case, I'm light cavalry, and I'm just using harass. Which is kind of ironic. In CK2, it gives light cavalry 300% damage. That's basically about what this is. I am one badass cavalry, though. And the enemy commander is using incompetent. Everyone sucks. Against an organized foe, this is a little trickier to do, but, you know, for the moment, while we're fighting bandits, might as well make the most of it. Ooh, sorry, you do not have your spear raised. Alright, we're gonna get some couched lance practice now they're out of ammunition. Poor horse. Come on. Nope. Couching has a little bit of a charge to it. Ooh, 292 damage. Those of you wondering, since I have about 50 health, that's, you know, 6 deaths for me. And, yeah, 231. Couching your lance is incredibly effective if you can learn to do it. But at least we, won. I barely took any damage at all. That's perfect. So that's pretty good. I'm slowly gaining experience, and because I'm in the 20s, it's a fair bit of experience required to gain up. Not really gonna get much from banditry. But Lezelit, you know, he's actually already almost level 6. It's pretty good. We're gonna need more people though, if we intend to be able to do anything. But we will slowly pick them up over time. And I can also begin recruiting men. I'm recording this back-to-back with the first episode. Hold on. Yeah, those are Sea Raiders. Let's avoid them. But, we're kind of wounded right now. I prefer to recover for a little while. Oh. Ismarella. I spent the winter there some years back trying to train the Lord's men. Sure, you can tell me your backstory. I say trying because, in my opinion, the beggars don't take well to discipline. Finest archers you ever saw, and good riders too, but they have no stomach for fighting in ranks. Their skills serve them well enough against the Kurgits and Norns, particularly when they can hide behind walls, but Saranids can match them arrow for arrow, and I've seen Swadian knights cut through Vagars like a knife through butter. Now, a Rodok spear wall is designed to stop Swadian charge in its tracks, and it usually does. If anyone were to unify this little land of ours, I'd sign up to serve them, free of charge. I put together an army of Rodok spearmen, with Nord footmen on the flanks and Vagar archers in the front. Take along some Kurgit scouts to find and fix the enemy, and some Swadian lancers and Saranid Mamluks to finish them off. I'd take that army over the mountains and make the whole world kneel to Calradia. Of course, that's what the emperors thought. And in the end, the tribes took away their empire. Yeah, that's basically going over the strengths of each faction. The Kurgits are really weird in that. Their entire faction is mounted. Like, they only have horses. It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah. The Vagars, though, they're a little disorganized. Still prone to tribal feuding. Alright, so let's head into Sargoth. We're gonna use super speed. Whoop. To run a little quicker. Yeah, let's visit the tavern, see if anyone's in. Watchmen. That's just some mercenaries. Not particularly interested. Anyone up here? Yeah, ransom broker and is that a book merchant? Wandering bard. Neither of whom I particularly care for. Yeah, there are, you know, organized lords around here. Problem for me is a lot of my skills are currently, like, if we take a look at my character, my charisma is 30 and my leadership is 10. I'm very good leading an army. But, you know, one of the things. I really should put my points into this, I think. I'd probably take a lot of ranks in Weapon Master before I can get anywhere. Yeah, in order to put up any points into anything, I need, like, level 5 in Weapon Master now. So, yeah, let's head around here on a river. We'll have to go around. Rivers give some good choke points. Yeah. Alright, so how are we healing up? You're still badly wounded. Alright. If it says wounded here, oh, no longer does. You can see the difference. If he is wounded, he will not join us in combat. Interesting. We could save those peasants, but... Oh, Swati and Man-at-Arms. This would be good for cavalry combat. But I'm still wounded. I'm not wounded that badly. Leslet is, though. We have free brothers, yeah. These are Men-at-Arms. They are also going to be mounted. Everyone, follow me. Okay, we can see them on the horizon. So there's a 50-50 chance I'm probably just going to get my ass kicked here. I want to try and... Oh no, they are men-at-arms. They don't have some of them have lances, it seems. Yeah. And Leslet's unconscious. Oh, Leslet. Okay, so. Yeah. Toro. Damn. Yeah, couching the lance here isn't going to be quite as useful. But we're going to have a lot of fun playing with cavalry here. Once you get into the meat, you just want to start taking out a blade. There's two ways to fight a cavalry battle. Skirmishing with your lance, or your bow if you'd prefer. Which is when you actually have some momentum. If you are forced into a deadlock with the other cavalry in melee combat, then it's best to just switch over to a sword or something. I delivered 60 damage to that horse and 16 damage to him, so he's wounded. Wow, that horse is still standing? It's taking 91 damage. By my count, at least. Okay. 61 damage to horse. Their horses are going to run out of health sooner or later. It's really hard to hit them because they have all their shields up, so... Alright, his horse is finally down. Sometimes winning the cavalry battle isn't about killing your opponent so much as getting him unmounted. I killed him, but yeah. It depends if they're willing to let their shield down. And whatever you gotta do, make sure you do not get surrounded when you are cavalry. That is a very bad thing to do. Since so much of your strength comes from mobility, trying to... Well, don't ram me, you moron. Yeah. Like I said, so there's a couple different ways to fight cavalry. Alright, so all of them are now mounted. Although this guy, oh god, my horse, it is so badly wounded. You'll also notice that my acceleration and everything is kind of shitty now, in comparison to what it was at the start of the battle. Alright, I do not want my horse to die, because when your horse dies, your horse isn't a hero character. He has a chance of just flat out surviving anyway, but it'd just be better to make sure. He's like 1 point off of death. Oh, I look so sad. And man, is his face ever bloody. Well, just wanted to make sure he was alright. So yeah, Leslet again is wounded, but we rescued a bunch of peasants. I'm not gonna bother hiring them. Manhunters are meh. But I'm not gonna bother really hiring them. Ooh, some graves. Those are good. let's sort of organize our additional suits of armor that we have sitting around. Ready? All right. Very good. I wanted to head to this training field because the training field is where I can practice some stuff. Ranged horseback practice. With thrown weapons. I have not done much throwing weaponry, and I don't have any power throw to do it with, so... Okay, what the hell are we supposed to be doing here? Oh, yeah, right. Alright. I have no horse archery skill. This is going to be the hardest thing I've ever done. Without any horse archery skill, trying to do anything on horseback is tricky. It's okay if we're not moving, but if I want to be able to move and shoot at the same time, then, like, it also doesn't help that I have absolutely no proficiency with throwing weapons, which is why I said I need to put my points into that. I really want to, like, get into throwing javelins and stuff. I would use bows and things, but, see? There we are. I would, like, try and use bows. Let's try and get a long shot. I'm at the right angle, but there you go. But the problem is they also require arrows, and if we go to my inventory... No, I can't access my inventory now, never mind. I was going to say, I only have 4 weapon slots. One of which is currently used by my shield. One of which is currently used by my sword, and one of which is currently used by my lance. Leaving me only one, what do you call it, weapon slot free. Which basically means I can only use throwing weapons if I want a ranged weapon, which I do. Don't get me wrong, I do. Fucking gravity. Damn, I'm good. I like, that was just up to the random number generator there. I was pretty spot on pretty quick. I have a pretty good grasp of how to fight in this game. The training went quite well. You earned 66 XP. Yeah. Things I should probably do is put points into throwing if I plan to use it. But before, like I said, I'm currently sitting. I've got 4 weapon slots here, so I've got a large bag of javelins, which still sadly require me to have power throw 1. I don't have that, so we're gonna have to try and get a hold of that. But I think that'll do it for this episode. Yeah, more than enough. So thank you everybody for watching. As always, has been your host Calvin, signing off.